out here getting loose, guys going through some drills. We're almost at game time, folks. Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. And a quick look at some of the numbers for Rudy Gobert.
And the past 10 games have been all about his work on the boards. He's been a different guy when it comes to rebounding. He's battling like he hadn't been earlier in the year, and it's great to see that kind of hustle.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Julius Randle is out there with Gobert, and it's McDaniels in at the small forward. And for the Thunder, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ballgame. It's good. The three-point shot, so important in today's NBA and a major part of the game plan, Greg, for both of these teams.
And we can expect to see a high volume of shots from beyond the arc in this one. I'm looking for whichever squad is able to create more havoc and throw the opposing shooters off their rhythm.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. His scoring average of about 32.5 points a game tells you all you need to know about how dangerous a player he can be.
Boy, nice rise and fire from Lou Dort.
And here's Randle following Lou Dort's 3, and it's in there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Hartenstein following the basket by Julius Randle. Holmgren with a screen on McDaniel. Williams' shot is off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Dagnall for a minute. The first thing Coach brought up, Rudy Gobert, the multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year. Worried about Rudy's length, of course, saying it causes total havoc around the rim. So the counter is lots of threes and avoiding Gobert in the lane. The French center still with a massive effect on the game plan. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Gobert. The Thunder making the shot. Randle passes to Gobert. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle.
You love the touch from Rudy Gobert. He's put a ton of work into his offensive game.
Pass to Holmgren. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area. Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Hartenstein with the screen on Conley. Down low. The kick out to Williams. With the step back. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't connect from short range.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Doris, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a chance to go down as one of the greatest Canadian basketball players ever.
Kevin, that is a bold statement when you consider that the great Steve Nash, 2-time MVP and one of the best passers in the history of the game, is of Canadian descent. But this guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is putting together quite the resume. Let's just hope he can sustain that stardom.
Here's Dort. Michael Conley making his last shot. Over in the corner, Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Julius Randle with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 3. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Guard him big, guard him small. Julius Randle is so crafty on the interior, it matters not. He's going to finish.
Now, here's Holmgren. Nothing on the board. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Hartenstein. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. 1:58 left here in the opening quarter. Conley, the pass to Randle. Timberwolves passing it around. Back to Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards. Always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic.
Thunder trailing by 5. Dort passes to Hartenstein. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Conley. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
McDaniels. Randle with the ball. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Here we get a moment to view the league's highest scoring teams. The Thunder in 4th.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
It seems to me Julius Randle improves every season, and the more responsibility he's given, it seems the better he performs.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Chet Holmgren. Wallace is checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Shots good by Williams.
I'd say at this point we're expecting that jumper to fall for Jalen Williams.
Here's Reed. That's in, coming off an assist from Randle. Randle's got 3 assists tonight.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Wallace goes in, goes to the reverse layup and taps it in.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now here's DiVincenzo. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Randle is doubled, down to 5 on the shot clock. Reed kicks to DiVincenzo. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Williams looking over the floor. Over Clark. A shot by Williams, no good. Julius Randle getting it done for the Minnesota Timberwolves. For moments during that quarter, it felt like a one-man wrecking crew. It seemed he was doing everything out there. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
We've got Alex Caruso. Grayson Wallace is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Aaron Wiggins. And it's Williams at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David.
This guy is such an explosive athlete. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander goes straight to the cup.
And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. On the wing, Wallace. Edwards defending. The kick out to Williams. buries it from three-point range.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Caruso. And yes, it's good.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And we got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Hartenstein's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dort comes in for Wallace. Rudy Gobert, who's checked in for the Timberwolves. Mike Conley comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How's he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man.
Caruso finds Dort. Dort with a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. With the drive, Gobert with the block.
Wow, insanely tough to get a shot off when Rudy Gobert is around. Wow.
And he goes right over Hartenstein and slams it down.
So long, so athletic. Rudy Gobert with a big-time dunk.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Pass to Dort. Three-pointer. Hartenstein can't get it to go.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game. For the Thunder, Holmgren, he's checked in for Aaron Wiggins. And it's Williams in for Alex Caruso. Edwards can't hit. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. 3-point game. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
Conley kicks to Edwards. Edwards at the rim.
Well, Anthony Edwards came into the league with a reputation as a scorer. He is starting to hum a little bit right here.
Oklahoma City has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Here's Williams. Gobert with the block.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Reed gets the bucket. And now it's a 9-point Timberwolves lead. There has been a lot of discussion about the length of the NBA season, GA. Do you think 82 games is the right number?
Well, I do. It's worked well for over 50 years, so why change it? And if we do change it, it affects records and how we compare the game across eras.
And that one, good. Conley has got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Thunder have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Wallace is checked in for the Thunder. And then for Minnesota, Julius Randle's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Edwards. Holmgren kicks to Wallace. Hartenstein with the screen for Wallace. 6 to shoot. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Randle, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That One on Holmgren. DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randall has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
Outside, Dort. Pass to Holmgren from outside the arc. Rebound, Minnesota.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Williams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jaden McDaniels.
What I love about Jalen Williams, he makes his presence felt on the game. Athleticism, tireless work ethic, and offensive skills that are just blossoming with each repetition.
Here's Randall. Has to Gobert. Minnesota again turning it over. Five seconds left to play here in the half. It's stolen by Randall. That shot no good. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back right after this.
Ernie Johnson here with...
You look at the Timberwolves, they've come up a little short of expectations. The talent is unquestioned, but their focus has been wavering. The consistency just hasn't been there. That said,
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Timberwolves.
One big reason they're up, they're controlling the glass, both boxing out and crashing in.
yeah, you could tell rebounding was a point of emphasis for them coming into this game.
That is more than enough of us.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. One half to go. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. Timberwolves leading by 10. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, "We've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift them to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup." Kevin?
DA, the versatility. That is pretty special. Randall against Holmgren. Here's McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniels.
Oh, such an impressive athlete. Mr. McDaniels, send it in.
Pass to Holmgren. Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Gobert with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
Randall no good. Thunder trailing by 10. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Outside Williams. Six on the shot clock. Dort with a screen for Williams. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Randall's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. It's Dort on the wing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Dort's got it back down to within single digits for the Thunder. Holmgren against Randall. Outside Edwards. To the wing on the left. What a shot by Edwards.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Outside Williams. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort a screen on Conley. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves leading by 9. And those advanced numbers, Doors, they show Rudy Gobert is historically great.
Kevin, I love that you are an analytics lover, but for me, it's about the eye test. Rudy Gobert has won the Defensive Player of the Year on more than one occasion. He's played on winning teams, and he's been an integral part of their success. He is one of the all-time great defenders we've seen.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And the Thunder making a change here. Caruso's checked in. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Hartenstein inside. Gobert on him. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Hartenstein. Randall with the bucket.
Such a tough proposition guarding Julius Randle in that area. This guy is capable on the interior.
Outside Williams. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 6. Hartenstein. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Randall. And the layup is good. Randall's got the lead up to 12 now for Minnesota.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, defended by Alexander Walker. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Minnesota.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
Williams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Randall down low. He's guarded by Williams. Randall no good. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. Trailing here by 8. No good on the shot. Gobert with the defensive effort.
I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Conley kicks to Gobert. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Randall finds Gobert. And here's Edwards from the arc. Caruso grabs the miss. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Dort misses.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Edwards against Gilgeous-Alexander. Randall outside. Back to Edwards from deep. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Thunder trailing by 8.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that because it takes any chance of momentum away from your opponent.
Continues to develop his playmaking abilities. Gilgeous-Alexander is an unselfish team player.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Edwards cashing in from outside.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher. The coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first. Already 22 points in this game. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Wallace. Then it's Williams. Then it's Alex Caruso. And it's Wiggins in at the four-man position. It's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Well, that's just anticipation from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, making things happen defensively and turning it into offense.
He gets right to the rim, but the defense there to deter him.
And the first one at the line is good. Jang, he's checked in for Williams. Minnesota also with the sub. Mars is checked in, and he can't hit the second.
Anthony Edwards is one of the most explosive athletes in the league. He can burn you with his perimeter jump shooting. He's dangerous in transition. And look out, folks, the upside is there.
Here's Edwards. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And that's now 25 points for Anthony Edwards.
He's carried this team to this lead on his back, handling almost all the scoring duties.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. Rebound, Minnesota. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And then they continue to control the glass.
Reed the pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Reed. And here is DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. And DiVincenzo is good for 3. And it's an 11-point Timberwolves lead. And we see, as in baseball doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. How do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews. And the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
Here's Edwards, and Edwards slams it in.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Inside, here's Wallace. The rebound by Edwards. Minnesota leading by 11. DiVincenzo passes to Garza. Up top, Reed, covered by Wiggins, and that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. Williams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Minnesota. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Oklahoma City's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Wallace, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Left side, Edwards. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Williams.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Thunder with the rebound. To the paint. Here's Wiggins. Good on the bucket.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Williams, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Wallace. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Joe Ingles. Daniels, he's checked in for Clark. And it's Mike Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. Dort with a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Well, we know this about Anthony Edwards. This guy, one of the stronger guards in this game. That's a tough finish.
Thunder trailing by 9. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Pass to Hartenstein. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
First team foul.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 8. And so Hartenstein nails both of them. There's 1:38 left here in the fourth quarter. Nick Daniels up top. He's guarded by Williams. Pass to Randle. Launches it. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 6 assists now in the game.
Well, you cannot sleep on Julius Randle. Catch and shoot jumper. Okay, Julius, we see you.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gobert with the block.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Timberwolves.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside, and that was working all game long.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Anthony Edwards.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in, and if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Nick Daniels finds Randle. Pass to Edwards. 5 to shoot. It's Edwards on the wing. Shoots over Dort. Edwards can't hit. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Dort passes to Williams. Hartenstein with it. There's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And running offense through Holmgren, great court awareness and really unselfish.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And so Minnesota takes the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.